Hi everybody, Irene here. I want to tell you about my trip to Yellowstone last September, and I hadn't been for probably 25 years. It'd been a very long time, and even then it was only a one-day pass through, which doesn't really count. Um, the dog and I went in my little travel van, and it was mid-month, so the weather was still nice, and one of the things that I did was take the yellow buses that I believe were used either before World War II or during World War II. Um, and they're very fragile. They're made of, the doors are made of wood, and I think a big part of the bus is made of wood. Holds maybe 10 people, something like that, besides the driver. And they were sold off mostly, and then a few of them brought back and reconditioned so that they were fit to use for people, safe to use for people. Although you're very careful, you don't slam the doors, you cover them, close them very carefully. Anyway, they did a wildlife tour to a northeast part of the park, and I took this, and we saw 3 wolves, gray wolves, and I had never seen a wolf before. I had heard them, but to see them was just a thrill for me. They were sitting maybe a quarter of a mile away on a rock outcropping. 2 of them look gray and 1 looked black, but they are called gray wolves. And the park has them all named, knows which pack they're in, and keeps really good track of them. And they were just lounging, laying around, the 3 of them, with no concern of the people who were watching them through some scopes. Binoculars really were not strong enough to identify what they were, and someone had a scope there, so we got to look through the scopes and see them. And of course our driver knew 1 of 2 possible places where the wolves would be. And so we had a good chance of seeing them. We saw lots of bison. You stop and let them cross the road because they're bigger than, they're not bigger than the car, but they're really good size, and you really don't want to tangle with them. And we saw mountain goats climbing up the mountain and the hillside. So it was a lot of fun. It was well worth the trip to see all the wildlife, and I enjoyed that a lot. We also, on my last day, we exited the northwest part of the park, and there is one of the hotels there, and the bison are just, it was like it's their playground. There was the big male with a magnificent rack. He knew he was beautiful, and he expected everybody to respect him. He just strutted himself right out there, and all the cows were laying down under the trees around the hotel. They closed off one road so People didn't get too close to them, and it was their territory. It was very obvious they were very comfortable there. So on another video, I'll tell you more about the waterfalls and the other things I saw, but I wanted to share about the wolves and the bison. That was very enjoyable for me. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.